Snaps. I think we live on that side. Peace, family. Give me 1 second as I set this thing up. Hopefully everybody's doing well. Boom, 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 boom. Dun, dun, dun. Boom, boom, boom. Dun, 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 dun. Oops. Oops. Boom. Cool. I think I'm good on IG. All right, bet. Sorry about that. Peace, everybody. Hopefully, everybody's doing well today. We will not keep you guys too long on this subject, but I thought that this would be helpful just to kind of give everybody an understanding of just how to go about just building your economy. Because that's like something that's very, very important. And a lot of people, sometimes are like needing some direction or they need some guidance. They're not sure. They're like, well, what steps can we actually practically take? And the idea is just to kind of give you an idea of like how to actually go about it with some real applications. That some of them is from my journey, or some of it is just from other people's journey, right? So, and this stuff is very important. So let me not belittle or relay or delay, and I'm gonna share my screen. Hopefully everybody's doing well. Peace. And if you got questions, just obviously just shoot them in the chat. Um, and we'll get this thing going. Peace, family. You in the building? Peace, peace, peace. Dope, dope. Oh, we on that BS again today. So, and for those who are on IG, obviously the stuff is going to be on YouTube where you can see the slides, actual slides. So it won't let me do that today. I'll just have to share the entire screen today. All right, that's a bet. Can everybody see that? And if I need to make myself smaller, I'll do that. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. All right, that's a bet. Cool. Make sure we got this stuff. All right, so just a couple of updates or just events. So we have the Hawab Regional Swing in Little Rock, Arkansas, October the 19th. It's going to be dope. It's going to be exciting. It's free. So for those who are in the Arkansas area and they want to learn about ARNA, or they just want to understand tribal governments and stuff like that, you're in the building. Peace, God. Peace, peace, peace. You're in the building. You're in the building. Peace. Yeah, we'll have some food for y'all. But it's a free event for the fam if they want to come through. And then we have obviously the yearly fast in December for those in ARNA. And then we have the ARNA ball, or the Ramadan ball, December the 30th. And obviously we have the powwow for 2025. And then we have the Aboriginal Summit in August 2025. But there's going to be more events, obviously, but the idea is that, we keep going, right? And then obviously, if you want to get Juris One certification, Shabazz Associates be able to help you with that, being credentialed through Aboriginal University. You can definitely sign up through ShabazZassociates.com, and we'll get you squared away. We have our fall semester that's getting ready to come in, so you can definitely sign in for the window. And then for the Speak Cosmo show, if you want to figure out, okay, what's the best romantic situation, we'll set it up where you can actually come on the channel. We'll kind of arrange something that's best appropriate, and then we'll rock it out that way. But definitely fill out the intake. So definitely the intake form is right here. So I'll put it in the chat. So I won't. Boom. All right. So that's that. And then obviously we talked about this. And then we talked about that, right? All right. So building an economy in ARNA, or building an economy in a tribal jurisdiction, right? So I'll give you an example. New product that just came out, right, from SheWave Clinic, the Abo Vapor, right? This is what I'm talking about getting creative and actually just developing products that are on your own and that are in your niche or your skill that you develop, right? So Hopefully that makes sense as far as like that idea. But we'll go into more details specifically. So we'll just talk about a couple of events. World War. I know everybody's kind of been hearing about this stuff, but I'm seeing articles like this pop up. Map reveals the best places to live if a nuclear war breaks out. Crazy. Oh, hold on. I didn't even get to greet y'all. Walaikum salam, family. You're in the building. And so yeah, they talk about places to live that are safe in case of nuclear war. Because Russia's getting a little antsy with the button, right? They're like, yo, we're ready to go. Talk NATO. So anyway, I'm showing this stuff because you need to be prepared, and this is part of building your economy, right? 12 safest countries to live. It's crazy. I don't even know what's going on. And then lastly, you need to be prepared for either way it goes, whether it's this person or that person. Either way, your economy needs to be planned out, strategic, so that way you have all ducks in a row. That's the important thing. So I can't say some of this stuff because I'm sure I'll get go to YouTube jail again. All right. So let's get into it, right? So one thing I want y'all to do is just be sure that you just stay flexible in this process. Get rid of the welfare mentality, get rid of the entitlement and lack of gratitude. You're gonna have to get your head out of the sand and get busy and just breathe along the way, because I know I showed y'all this chart before, but this is a real situation. Sometimes you get the highs and the lows, but you just gotta keep going. There's never a finish line, but you just gotta keep going. All right. All right. So gotta start with something so practical. Nationality is your resource. Why am I saying this? Because without your nationality, you are put in a second class citizenship where you are not able to realize your full potential. And that is the issue, because you have entities, things leeching off of your creativity, your potential, and just your being. And your other members of the family. And they kind of got you, warped out. But the idea is that's what ARNA, IPA has these things in place where it's self-administrated reparations in real time, right? So with the 12 ministries or the 12 sectors or industries, those actually provide labor for different things in the market and stuff like that. Plus the laws, and then just kind of the spending reduction, right? All right. So this is kind of a chart that I lay out as far as like building your economy in ARNA, tribal jurisdiction. Literally, you start off as a new national, get your cosmology degree, right? And we'll go into details specifically. Get some certifications underneath your belt, meaning finish your coursework. You all need to finish your coursework. For some odd reason, y'all are not finishing coursework, and that is very important. And then once you get that, also have a skill, a trade to couple with that. So that way, you have things that are going, you have some stability, and you're able to do a multitude of things. So it's going to take a lot of work. Then you can start or build on top of your indigenous business that you got as a national, tax exempt, right? And then just start operating and start working, doing some side gigs, getting some other certifications, things of that nature. Now you have some experience under your belt. Now you build a reputation for yourself. Now you should start collaborating with people, other members of the tribe, stuff like that, under contract, and then just begin working more. You're gonna have to continuously work more. And then the last stage is just like kind of creativity, innovating, solving people's problems, and then just investing in different skills and certifications, right? And then you repeat the cycle again, right? So let's start with step one. Step one, if you have the skill or certification, meaning you went to school, you did something before becoming a national, it's a good leg up. It's not required. It just helps with building the foundation. So whether you got a trade like HVAC or plumbing, or you went to school and you got a engineering degree, or whatever the case, an accounting degree, those are good foundations, right? Then you become a national. You're like, okay, I want to claim my nationality. You're going through that process. Understand the laws, the regulations within the ARNA tribe. Come to events, start mingling with people, mingling with others, networking, stuff like that. Utilize the resources afforded to you. That's very, very important. You come, people offer resources to you or services, and you're not utilizing it, or you abuse it. Understand your magnetic cards that make up you. That's very important. It's a good guide so that you understand the energies that you bring in general. So that's something that you want to keep in mind. So utilizing cosmology, right? So here's kind of like an illustration that I paint that picture. You went to college, maybe you didn't go to college. You got a job. You go to Aboriginal University because you're getting a little skill. Then you actually start the process of nationality at the same time. And then at the same time, some of those who have not even done this, but like I've done network marketing, right? That's how I was like, oh man, like I definitely don't want to do network marketing because I've tried it. Like, and when I mean tried it, I mean I was all in. Like I was doing all this, pitching something that really didn't feel right. I don't know if anyone's even done network marketing before or just MLMs, but it never feels right in the soul. You're like, am I really trying to sell something that I don't believe in? That's essentially what is happening, right? So you'll come across these things as far as like network marketing people that will approach you. They're like, yeah, you look sharp, this, that, and the third. And all you got to do is just look at them like, huh? Like, what you talking about? So they will do those type of things. So that was just kind of my experience, just like, and I've experimented with a lot of them, and a lot of them say, oh, well, you gotta pitch it right, or you gotta say it right, or maybe you didn't go at the right areas, and they'll make all types of excuses. Look, most of the time it is bogus. So why do I say this? Because I've done it, right? While at the same time of doing all this stuff, I wrote a book, right? One of my first books, The Gentleman's Code book, one of my older books, right? So the idea is that that's an investment that I had made in myself to take the time, sit, focus, write something, put together, and then publish it for royalties, right? So that was like kind of my first initiative was like going to college. I finished college, went while working in college, a couple of gigs, did network marketing, wrote a book at the end of college and stuff like that. Like you got to do these things, like, and then this is how you build that foundation that I'm trying to get y'all to understand. So you have to put in some type of skin in the game, right? All right. Let's go to step 2. Hopefully that makes sense to everybody. If you're like, Kojo, you did all that stuff, I'm like, listen. Pay attention, because I did all that stuff. Okay, step 2. Work on working something that's stable for you. That's going to help pay your bills. It's going to help build your economy, meaning you can save some money. You can pay the bills without having to be in this welfare mindset. Like, dang, like, why isn't Arna doing this, or why isn't this institution doing this? Like, you should be able to get it on your own and know and understand this. Nobody owes you anything, like at all. Nobody owes you anything. So that's why you have to really process that in your mind, that nobody owes you anything. So the mindset is like, oh, this is supposed to be done for me. Like I'm in here and now you got to do this. We don't have to do anything. Matter of fact, you need to be taking you got to take accountability for your own actions, right? So that's what I'm trying to get you to understand. All right. Now you got to put some elbow grease. Get some certifications at AU, like for real, like meaning finish the that you enrolled in. Now, why am I saying this? Because the minute you finish, that's a tax exempt skill. That's a source of revenue for you. Like literally, that's a source of compensation. Like, so you get to keep all that energy. And then as long as you fall in the diet, you'll have the energy to like do more. Like you'll have the energy. Okay, like you'll keep studying while working. Right? So finish the course. Do not quit, y'all. Do not wait too long to finish. Make the decision to finish. Study the craft, study your craft, and stay focused. Like you're never done. Like stay focused. And start practicing. Like, take the stuff that you learned and start implementing it. Like, I give you an example, and then we'll go to step two. I'll give you an example. So I remember when I did the Juris course, right? One of my I think first clients for debt discharge. I explained to him, I was like, all right, we could go and do it the statutory limitations. We could do the statutory limitations for the particular debt, but there's a chance that it may not work, and so we have to do Chapter 7. And so he was like, well, I really don't want to do Chapter 7. So he paid the money, right? And so I was like, all right, so we're going down this road. And literally the creditors were like, nah, we're not doing it. We're not letting go of this debt. He owes the debt, da 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 da. And I can't remember what type of debt it was, but yeah, I can't remember. So I won't lie. But as a result, I was like, okay, so what do you want to do? You want to do Chapter 7 or do you? He's like, I'm not trying to do the Chapter 7. So what did I do? I returned the money. I returned the money. So that was an L. Because like, I'm not going to keep the money because that's not the service that he wants to do. So I gave back his money. No questions asked and stuff like that. You learn these challenges along the way by doing these things. So you continue to study the craft, right? All right. So let's go into like specific more details. Some people you gotta want it bad enough. But utilize a plan. So cosmology and stuff like that's gonna really help you understand that and assist with that and give you some guidance. While at the same time, you might be doing these skills, do things like Uber, DoorDash, Uber Eats, freelancing, what you call it? What's the other one? Favor. Or you're working a gig or you're working a job, right? Now I've done Fiverr before, so that's what I said. Like, you gotta understand, like I've done a lot of work to like build something, like, and that's the same process that you guys have to understand, that you're going to have to work to build an economy. So while doing that, you could also apply for USA jobs. These are government jobs, or you could bid on government jobs at these two websites right here. And most people, I don't even know if they even looked at them before, but you can bid on government jobs. You can apply for government jobs. You can use LinkedIn and Indeed to apply for work. You can use Coursera to get certifications to get more work, right? Not just like Aboriginal University, but you can use Coursera to get, but there's some stuff on Coursera that doesn't even make sense. But you can, if you do it right, you can get the right certifications for free. That's the important thing. And just be careful not wasting too much time on gossip, on like YouTube gossip channels. Like, there's a lot of them. Like, they're talking about the Diddy stuff, and like I've seen people. I think what happened. I was at the store. I think it was like 2 days ago. And it was actually yesterday. I was at the store, and there was nobody in the store, in the Nike store, and there was 3 people working there. They were all talking about Jay-Z and Blue Ivy and P. Diddy. That's it. But by the time 30 minutes passed, they were like, "Oh, sir, did you need something, by the way?" I said, "Oh, no, I'm leaving." So just be careful. Just be careful with that. Set up your accounts for getting paid, meaning set up your business bank accounts. Some of you have not set up your business bank accounts, and then you're getting paid, and it's being considered as income. All right. Step 3: utilizing your free indigenous business. Why did I even see? You see, I'm repeating myself. Utilizing your free indigenous business as a national, because it removes the excuse, well, I don't have a business to utilize where I can deposit funds to from the business or certification that I got. Well, that removes it entirely. Even though if it may not match the name of the business that you want at the time, the idea is that you could get the website set up. You can start having, an email tied to it, and then people can start reaching out to you and requesting your services. Or if you don't want the website for right now, even though I think that's a mistake in 2024, at least you have the email and people can reach out to you for your services, right? Maybe you do a referral system where people and what I mean by this, word of mouth. When you do a good job for somebody, you do something for somebody, they refer you to somebody else, and then that's how you just start building a referral system. So just always do your best. Always do your best. Do some contractor work or gig work through Fiverr, Upwork, and stuff like that, right? or just work alongside another business. Do deep dives and learn about different investment opportunities. Calculated risk. All right, so here's a story. And I know y'all like, man, Coach Joe, you doing a lot of talking. I know. I know, y'all. All right, so I'm very passionate about this because this is like stuff that like I do every day. So back in 2016, this was before this is 2015. Yeah, 2015, 2014. IoT, Internet of Things, was being talked about. It was percolating. That was the trend at the time. And I sat through this like webinar randomly. And it was just like, well, I guess I can sit through it. It was a Motley Fool webinar, and it was talking about IoT stuff. Well, it was saying if you invest in AMD, which was $2 at the time, NVIDIA, which was like $20 or $15 at the time, and Intel and a few other companies, you would make a lot of money. I was like, man, really though? I was like, man, I don't know. And I was already reading books like Rich Dad Poor Dad and stuff like that, and just was continuing to get curious about economies and just economics and just investments and stuff like that. So I threw in some heavy coins. I'm talking about 10 racks. AMD and NVIDIA. It was half and half. Needless to say, it did very well. So that was a risk though, because for a while, for like a year, AMD was at $2 forever, and it was chilling. And I was losing money. It went to like $1.50. I was like, ooh, I need to pull out. I was like, man, I don't know about this. Was Motley Fool right? And I was like, well, I'm just gonna have to ride it out. So that's what I mean as an example. Like, so now it's like at $100, right? But I think when it first exploded, it went to like $25. I was like, oh man, let me pull out my money. And I did. I pulled out my money. And then I think AMD went to like, or NVIDIA went to $60. So let me put my money in. I should have left it because obviously it exploded. The idea is that if you never take a risk, if you never get the education, you'll never be able to build on top of your economy. And this is very important for men. This is very, very important. Never quit, even when you lose. I've had some investments that I've lost at, but that doesn't mean I stop trying. I don't stop. I'm not scared to take risk. You can't be scared to take risk. That's very important. You can't be scared to take risk. And then always just stay a student. I remember when I moved to New York, I went through a course on private investments with companies. Private, like now that's kind of like a everybody wants to do that now. Everybody's like asking, peace, fam. Everybody wants to ask for money for their company in 2024 because everybody's broke. So right now, I don't find investing in private companies as appealing unless I see that there's an exit strategy immediately within 3 months, meaning they're going to go be listed on the stock exchange or they're going to get bought out. So most of the time, like right now, the economy is very slow. So, but anyway, that's another story for another day. All right. Step 4 in building your economy. You should have a foundation at this point. You got some experience under your belt. You got some skills underneath your belt. You got some certifications under your belt. You got some experience from doing shows, working different gigs, contract work, and just putting in the work. So now, just again, make sure you understand your own cosmology and other people's cosmology. And then just start collaborating strategically with tribal family members. And then just getting active in the local jurisdiction or just different honor institutions or committees. Start volunteering and helping out. You'll learn a lot. You'll get yourself in a good position where you understand, okay, I just learned this from helping with this committee, so now I can add it into my own economy, right? You need to continue to work hard. This is the one thing I keep stressing. I know you're like, Coach, you keep saying the same.
Stop it. Get some help.
Just stay with me, y'all. So you just need to be persistent. Sometimes these things don't work out as far as like you working your business or investing and stuff like that. Just understand that your failures, or what people call your failures, are not failures. They're just attempts. Okay? It's attempts. You just got to change your mind on how you view it. And then the big thing that you're going to have to pay attention to is watch your money, watch your cash flow, what's going in and what's going out. What doesn't get measured does not get tracked. So you have no idea what's happening. So at this point, you have a basic economy. So now you should want to start having a family. This is what's going to make it stronger. Remember, we talked about families run the world. So now it's time to start having your own family. And that's a meaningful relationship that will last so that you're not hopping in and out of relationships. That's important. Because people be skipping to relationship to relationship. I'm like, damn. So, and then use cosmology to assist you with that. That's the main important thing, right? So here's an example of like just kind of building your economy. You're like, oh, Joe, how is this? Just stay with me, y'all. So did a couple of dissertations, released a couple of new products, still got some new products about to release, building the animation story or have animation stories with comic books and stuff like that, posters, other products and stuff like that. That's the idea. And then you build it with your own family and then start working with other families. So hopefully that is making sense. The idea is that once you get yourself to a stable place, you're not doing this by yourself, right? You should never have to do it by yourself. All right, step 5. This is the last step. Use creativity, innovation, improving on something that is broken or that needs some improvement or adjustment that has been done before, like something that's already been proven to work. So you're built, and then the best recipe is you start building industries with other tribal family members. Like they have the same goal, y'all have the same goal, cosmology makes sense, and then boom, y'all start building industries. That's the whole point of the 12 different ministries, right? You're building industries so that you guys can start taking over what is currently being imposed upon you and stripped of your rights, right? Oh man, I'm taking a swig of COVID. Hopefully y'all taking y'all's COVID stuff. Like, don't play because this stuff is getting weird. So that's the real thing. Having tribal families that start industries. Doesn't have to be all industries. You just start with one industry, you get something built up, move on to the next one. Create something that people just need or want. Solves a problem. And then you learn to automate these things with systems and processes. Invest in different skills, different certifications, getting land, stocks, real estate, crypto. Y'all know listen. And then just keeping up with technology and where the focus is. Okay, why am I saying this? Because remember I told you the story about IoT. Now the story of this century or this year, a couple of years since 2020, is AI and blockchain, quantum. But the big ones that are sticking out like a sore thumb are AI and blockchain, cryptocurrencies, period. I remember sitting on a plane in New York, and this Caucasian man was like, hey, man, you need to go to Texas. I said, why? He was like, man, real estate is going to be booming. I said, is it though? And he was like, also, everything is going to be tokenized. I said, I don't even know what you're talking about right now. This is in 2017, 2016. I said, I have no idea what you're talking about. Tokenized. What is that? And then he was like, yeah, like Frito-Lay can give you a token or cryptocurrency for being a loyal member for buying their product. And I was like, I kind of get that. Isn't that kind of the card that they give you like a reward system? He was like, kind of, but like it's in the blockchain. I was like, right. So the idea is like pay attention to these things. Like people are telling you things that may be of value that you need to do some research. And just track, measure all your successes, your attempts, and just don't be afraid to take the swing. Some of y'all are afraid to take a swing, and you never know what happens because you didn't take the swing. Figure out ways to win even when things are not going your way or as planned. You can still win. That's the important thing. You can still win. So, all right. I'll give you an example. At step 5. We have developed a software for jurists, level 1 jurists, to do their nationality process in a effective, efficient manner. meaning that they can knock out the nationality paperwork in like less than 1 minute because the software will generate the documents for them, right? Or the She-Wave Clinic has released a different product that is good. It's good for most people to get them to relax, have a good time, and stuff like that. Or you could develop a medical software that will help solve tribal doctors' issues for whatever they may be doing, right? So there's things that you could get creative, or you build a software for cosmologists, right? There's things that you can do that would be of actual value to people, and that's how you can license it, or you can just flat out sell it to people, right? So mixing the certification skills, the software, just technology, keeping up with the trends. This is how you're going to build your economy, along with starting healthy families, right? That are planned, not just freestyle. So, like I told y'all, this was not going to be long. But we can move on to here's an example of creating or being innovative. And I'll probably make a post about this of when I think I'm going to release it. But if you can't tell, this is what you call a private AI. A private AI, right? Basically, it's not connected to the internet. It's on my computer only. And if I needed to ask it something, it's basically a system. Or if I needed to generate something, it can generate it. But this is not on ChatGPT. This is something that was developed in our jurisdiction. So you can do the same thing, right? And so I'm thinking about whenever I would release it to the public or whatever the case is. And it really depends on your processing power with your laptop, right? Or your computer, right? So that's also important. Oh, you in the building. Peace, family. Peace, 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 peace. You're in the building. So that was just kind of me just showing you an example of always continue to innovate, create things that are going to be of value, right? So maybe nobody really want a privatized, away from the internet AI, but it's been developed. Like, I got it, right? I'm thinking about releasing it. So, who is this? Man, people be bugging. All right. So why am I even mentioning that? All right. So look at this bill that was passed in 2020. This is the AI and Government Act 2020. Look at this. This was proposed and had meetings in 2019 while people were COVID. I don't know why I'm even saying it. But anyway, it was passed, right? This has to deal with the governance board of the GSA, which nobody's been talking about. Nobody's even mentioned. Everybody just all of a sudden AI, ChatGPT came out of nowhere. Sam Altman. Here's the order from GSA. Literally, AI and Government Act 2020, Public Law, AI Training Act of 2023, last year, Executive Order 13859, and Executive Order, all these damn executive. Look, what is going on? Literally, you know what I mean? These are stuff that is crazy. So look, this is what's hold on, what's going on? Empowering Responsible AI, the AI training series for government employees. This came out 3 days ago. AI Governance Board. You don't think they're trying to regulate and keep stuff? This is why it's important for us to stay ahead of the curve and ahead of the trend, which is why I'm even mentioning this stuff, right? Here's one of the, this is from the executive office. And it says, artificial intelligence is one of the most powerful technologies of our time. Remember, 2016, IoT was the most powerful technology of that time. And they're trying to make sure that it's secure, trustworthy, developed, user, they're doing all this stuff. This letter was issued out of 2024, and they haven't even mentioned word of it. Again, has to deal with the AI Governance Board. That's all I'm trying to get you all to understand, is that this is the AI Governance Board. Right? You said, hook us up with the AI. Hey, I'm going to put it out for, whoever wants to purchase it, but I just got to package it together. But I will promise that I'm not I'm not going to be the one that's going to be able to help you with tech support, but the instructions should be pretty clear on how to install it, and it'll be privatized, and it's on your own and things of that nature, right? So I just got to put that together because I don't have the time to be doing tech support, but I can guide you if need be. So that's why I think it's important that we just got to stay ahead of that stuff. Being able to create is paramount to our improvement and evolution of problems. Yeah, and that's true. Some people are just stuck there. They haven't taken the step to just kind of continue to build on top of that. They just kind of stay in that bubble. And I'm trying to get people to understand that if you're gonna do that, build on top of it. Continue to create, continue to innovate, continue to invest in yourself, continue to get skills. These are the things that are very important. Otherwise, you'll never get ahead, and you'll never be able to do anything. Some people have never even owned a house. Some people have never owned land. Some people have never there are things that people have not done, and they're well into their adult lives. And so we got to fix all that. We got to change all that. So hopefully a lot of that, hopefully this made sense. I'm not trying to keep these classes long because, I know some people be complaining. They be like, man, this class is too long, Kojo. Get to the point. So on that note, I'll save the questions at the end, but make your health a priority, y'all. I'm about to take a swig of COVID. Make your health a priority. If you have any questions regarding your health, not trying to replace your tribal doctor, whoever it was. We're just here as another means of assistance within the tribe. So on that note, if there's any questions, feel free to shoot them out. If you have questions about the Speak Cosmos show, if you want to do the Speak Cosmos show, the link is in the chat. I'll flash it on the screen one more time. I'm at a Facebook. I'm at a YouTube jail with this channel. That's good. So definitely, if you have any questions, reach out. On the Speak Cosmos show, and if you want to be on it, we can run it on one of these classes and stuff like that. Otherwise, hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully everybody's paying attention. Either way, the idea is that you need to be prepared for whatever worst case scenario could happen. And so that's why I keep telling everybody, you need to make sure that you build your economy, and then you start building out your family, and then you work with other families. So oh, you in the building. Peace, peace, peace. You in the building. Peace, peace, peace. So yeah, if there's not any questions, I'm not one to talk. If y'all don't have any questions on investments, land, real estate, planning your economy, cosmology, we can wrap it up tonight. And make sure everybody's good. Cool. Yeah, and get ready, y'all. The fast is happening. The monthly fast. So it's coming up. So get yourself ready, get your mind ready, and go to the rightportal.org for any more information. Otherwise, all right, you said peace to the family. Is right. Good. I'm glad to hear that. No, that was thorough. Okay, good. No. I'm trying to keep it very short, not trying to drag y'all because I know y'all got lives to live and y'all got stuff to do. So if y'all have questions, definitely you can hit the Hawab website, or you can hit shabazassociates.com. Either way, doesn't matter. Hit the text message or whatever. And we'll see y'all for next class. Appreciate everybody's attention. This video will be saved, and we'll see you guys, I think, next week. It might be the following week, but let me make sure. Yeah, we'll see y'all next week. So love y'all. Peace, family.